Hey everyone, welcome back. So I kind of made like a makeshift tripod to hold my phone, but in my last video I talked about a beauty book that had like the neutral eyeshadow, colorful eyeshadow, smoky eyeshadow, the blush, highlighter, and bronzer, I believe. Well, guess what just arrived? So I thought we could test this out today. It was about $16 on Amazon after taxes, but you can apparently do a full face, and you can even use some of the eyeshadow for your eyebrows. So I thought we would just test it out today. Okay, so I just took it out of the packaging. So far, this is what it looks like. Get it out of the bubble wrap. I will say it is pretty wrapped up because you had the Amazon packaging, you had bubble wrap, and there's more plastic on it. So we might be able to get into it today. Okay, so this is the Pretty All Set 2 palette. It's like a little book. I don't know if you can tell off the sides. I have not looked at this, obviously, so we're just gonna figure out how it opens together, maybe? Oh, it just slides out. Okay, so it just... Ooh, that is pretty. Try to just open it. Oh, yes. Okay. Ooh, it's almost like shimmery. I don't know if you can tell. That is really pretty. And it's by this brand that I cannot pronounce. Ooh. I sent a cute little thank you card. Okay. So on this side we have our neutrals, and there is some glitters. Oh, okay. I can do a lot of looks with that. And then you have your smokies, the highlight, the blush, the bronzer, and then you have the fun colors. And these are really vibrant. So I think I'm going to do a color look today, just to test out some of these colors. And there's even like 4 shimmery colors right here. This whole row is like the shimmery glitters. I'm so excited to get into this. Okay, really quick, I just did my skincare. I'm waiting for it to dry. But look at this cute claw clip I found. I thought it was perfect for the summer. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, my skin is dry. My prep is done. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do eyeshadow first. And I really want to do something with a colorful look, so I might try to do that tie-dye. If you watch my reels or my YouTube shorts, I did a transition with like a tie-dye going on my eyelid. So I thought I would attempt to do that again. I actually saw that on TikTok. So someone had the same look and they kind of did a tutorial, so I wanted to follow it. And that was the result of it. So I thought I would do it on here with you guys, so that way if you wanted to try to recreate it, you could. Okay, so starting off, I scooted you up so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I have a mirror behind you that I'll probably be looking at. But I'm just going to take some concealer. And I'm just going to do a little dot. Well, maybe. Also, if I look funny, I tried to self-tan last night, and I think all it did is just make my skin break out. So, yeah, that's always fun. Just want to prep a little bit of my lids for this eyeshadow. And I also do not know how pigmented this stuff is. So we are going to learn together. And I got it because instead of taking multiple like eyeshadow palettes with you, like you have your nudes, your colors, you have one. And it's less stuff that you have to take if you travel anywhere. You just have to make room for your little book and that's it. I thought it was a good idea. But sometimes I don't think logically. So, I've said it in a video too, just priming your eyelids is going to help with any discoloration, your veins, and it's also going to prep your eyeshadow from like fading or creasing. And there's also another trick or tip I learned earlier that I was going to try with the eyeshadow, but I'm also afraid of messing it up because this tie-dye look, it takes a minute, but it's really pretty. And by a minute, I mean it's mainly just a lot of blending. You're blending your little heart out is basically what you're doing. Yeah, so let's get started. So you're gonna need a bunch of small brushes because you're gonna make the lines really small. So get your small brushes ready, and we're gonna dip into the colors. So I'm gonna go in probably with this blue right here. I kind of like the way this blue looks. I wish I had some shadow names that I could tell you if you're following along. But that's okay. This looks very pigmented and I'm afraid. Let me see if I can find a mirror because I'll have to hold one. Oh, I don't want to drop it. So we have our eyeshadow, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to start from the inner corner and kind of make a loop. Ooh, this is pretty. Kind of like that. Again, this does take some time just because it's a lot of blending and trying to get your colors starting off. Now I'm just gonna pack some color on there just to really define that. Yeah, kind of like make a little hoop or a hook. Okay, so I have the color on there. Now I'm just gonna I'm gonna clean my brush off. And then I'm gonna go in and blend that out. And I won't make you watch that. Okay, I got that blended out. It's kind of where I want it for right now. So next I'm gonna go in probably with this third green. It's like a lime green. I feel like that's very tie-dye-y. So I'm just gonna dip in that. Ooh, and that's bright too. Okay, oh, my mirror. And then where the blue is, I'm gonna go under it. So you guys see that? Let me go in with a darker green and see if I can darken that up some so that way you guys can see it. Okay, so basically inside that blue where that hook is, I just did green. And then when I get done, I'll kind of pull you guys a little closer just so that way you guys can kind of look and see where my placements are. But next we are going to go in with pink. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with this bright pink right here. I'm using the same brush. I cleaned it off in my little pan I have. And we're going to kind of put it in with the blue, if that makes sense. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. So I blended it in. Let me try to pick you up. Oh, hello. Okay, so I have the blue and I blended it in, and then there's the green. And then don't worry if the colors aren't vibrant, because we can always go back in and touch it up. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with orange. It's right below the pink. Tap off the excess, or the excess. And then I'm going where that pink is, and I'm blending into it and then dragging it down by the blue. And as you can tell, I'm not really worried about blending it out. I'm just gonna pack the color on, and then we can deal with it when we get done. Okay, so there's the orange. And now I'm going to take the same brush. I'm cleaning it off my little pan. And then we're going to do yellow. And trust the process. I promise it will get better. And that was Salem, if you heard that. So now I'm going to go in between the blue and my nose. And then we're going over and across. So up to my brows. And I don't think you can see that at all. I don't know if you can tell, but I went from my inner up to my brows and behind that orange. Okay, I think next I'm gonna go in with purple. So I'm just gonna use, oh, you can't see that. This purple right here. And again, I'm just following behind every color. So I'm just going to put this behind the yellow and go upwards. Into my brows and down. Okay, and now I'm going to start over. So I'm going to start with the blue, green, the pink, the orange, the yellow, and the purple. Okay, so I stopped at orange, but this is what it kind of looks like right now. It looks messy, but, you know, we're going to fix that. Okay. So now I'm going to take a small fluffy brush, kind of like this. It's kind of fluffy. Oh, actually, I'll just use this one. This one's fluffy. And then I'm gonna go in and blend this out, and then I'll come back. So basically when I say blend out, I don't know if you know or not, but I'll just show you. Okay, so you see how harsh these lines are? compared to this where it's kind of blended in together. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm taking a brush and I'm blending it out so there's no harsh lines. And then making it into this, and then I'll go in and touch up the color, and then we'll do the base. Okay, this is what we look like after it's blended. I started taking this blue and kind of pushing it forward to kind of make it blend in a little bit better into like the yellow and the other colors that are right there. So it looks really dull. So I'm gonna go back in, pat color on, and blend that color out as soon as I put it back on. Okay, so this is what we look like. It kind of looks messy, but trust the process. Once you add some liner, mascara, and your base, it kind of looks good. I told you it's a long process. So we're just going to put this on this eye, and then I'll be back, and then we can test out all the other stuff. Okay, I'm back. This is what the eyes look like. I am going to take a Q-tip I got wet, and I'm going to go from my outer corner and sharpen it up. I feel like that makes it look a little bit better. You don't have to do this, I just want to do it. Plus it gives me a guide for my wing whenever I decide to do it. Okay, so eyes are done, finally. I swear I've been doing this makeup look for like an hour. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some foundation on and some concealer, and then we'll come back and do the rest of the book. Okay, so really quick before I forget, the other thing I wanted to, the trick or tip I learned earlier was in the old Hollywood days. So if your eyeshadow was patchy or just wasn't blended, you could take loose powder and you set it, and then when you brush it off, it's all blended together. It doesn't look patchy. So I thought we could try that while we do the rest of the face. So I'm just gonna set it. And then when we get done, I'll just wipe it off and we'll see what we're left with. But we will go ahead and do bronzer and blush, and then I'll attempt to fix my eyebrows with eyeshadow. We'll see. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this bronzer and probably the blush up here, and then probably the highlighter on top too, because I kind of like the way that one looks. So let me find a brush. Where'd it go? Be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna get like a little brush like this, and like I said, I'm gonna go to the bottom bronzer. I don't know how pigmented this will be, but I'll do my forehead. Oh, it's showing up. Okay. Not bad. It is showing up. Okay. That's actually kind of nice. Brought color back to my face. Into my nose. There we go. Alright, that's better. Brought color back to my face, and I don't look as pale. I don't know why, but in the camera I look whiter than I am in my mirror. Like, I'm actually tan in my mirror, but then I feel like on screen I'm just white. Okay, it's okay. We'll fix it. And I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of pat that out a little bit. Make sure it's all blended really nicely. This is a trick I do all the time. Okay, Now let's do the blush and the highlighter. I'm just gonna might just use this brush. And then I'm gonna use the top highlighter. Sorry, top blush. Kind of what it looks like. You can't see. Okay, it's subtle. It's not too pigmented to where you can't build it up. I think that looks really nice. And again, I'm just using the beauty book. Yeah, I kind of dig this. I like it. And then, honestly, I might just take some and put it on my lips. Give me some color. Ooh, that's creamy. Ta-da! It doesn't feel very powdery. It's almost creamy, but maybe like a cream to powder formula. I like this a lot because you can even use the blush as like your lip stuff too. Do I look like a clown? Yeah. Okay. Next we'll do a highlighter. Let me get a highlighter brush. Let me just find a brush. I'll just use this one. I think it's an eyeshadow brush, but I mean, it'll be the same thing. So I'm going to use the top highlighter. Ooh, and it is glittery. Can you see my nose? That's blinding. Wow, this is not what I expected from a little book like this. Like, look at that. I am glowing. I always like to do some underneath my brow too. My hair with my, and then I did the top of my lip. This might be one of my new favorite highlighters because it is literally blinding. This would be great for summer. Like, look at that. I'm glowing. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Now I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush if I can get it out. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and wipe off. I'm kind of like gently tapping it so it doesn't mess up my eyeshadow. It did mute the colors a little bit, but like I think it blended it in better. So there's my right eye, my left, the highlighter blush. This is an up close. Okay, and now I'm gonna leave, do my mascara, eyeliner, and then I'll come back. Okay, here is the finished look. I just put a little bit of gloss on. I'll zoom you in. I think it actually came out really good. I 100% would take that book with me when I go travel because it has everything I need and I don't have to do multiple palettes. If I want different colors or if I don't know what I want. One thing, put it in your duffel bag and go. Okay, 100%. I really like it. And the only thing we'd have to take is like your foundation and concealer. That's it. And mascara. I really like that book. Like I said, it is on Amazon. I think after taxes I paid like $16. But I think it's like actually like 14 or something. 100% if you travel a lot and you wear a lot of makeup, highly suggest. And the colors weren't bad. The colors weren't bad either. They blended really nicely. You can build them up, but they are slightly pigmented. But anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It's been a while since I've done a longer video, and I feel like it's just been a while since I actually came in here and did a tutorial or like talk to you. It's been crazy. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more of my beautiful face, hit the subscribe button. And tell me if you would buy this book. Leave a comment, tell me if you would buy it. Or if you wear a lot of makeup, tell me your thoughts on this makeup look. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye!